Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode as we're taking on Everton, Newcastle and Tottenham in the Premier League to try and confirm a top 4 place. We need top 4 for guaranteed Champions League football for next season in case we don't win the Champions League this season. Last episode, we beat Newcastle in the semi-finals to get to a final where we'll take on Manchester United tomorrow at 8 p.m. We're going to do it as a YouTube premiere, so it probably should be uploaded by now. You should be able to set a reminder to tune in for the cup final, and that will be very exciting. But today we are not focusing on the Champions League directly. As I say, we need to guarantee ourselves a top 4 place. We gave ourselves 3 years to win the Champions League. This is the second of those 3 years. And if we don't win the final against Man United, we've got to try and do it next season. But if we don't get top 4 football, we won't be in the Champions League, which means we'll never win the Champions League. So it's so important for us today to get into that top 4. Just as a recap, for those of you who are a little bit behind potentially, we are currently 5 points clear of Liverpool and Leicester, who have played the same amount of games as us so far this season. However, things could all go very wrong. We are playing both Tottenham and Newcastle today, who both have games in hand on us. If we lose to them and then they win their games in hand, we could easily drop outside of the top 4. So this is crucial. We have to win at least one of those 2 games against them and hope that they don't win their game in hand whenever they play that, whoever it's against. In fact, could they actually play against each other? So game day 1, we're playing Everton, and then Newcastle play Villa, Arsenal play Tottenham. So they're not playing against each other. And then, of course, it's the penultimate game of the season, final game of the season. Okay. Well, at least we know when they're playing their game in hand and who they're playing against. And hopefully they lose. So obviously we've not played any games since you guys were last here because we just came straight off of that Champions League semi-final win. So we're going to jump straight into this first game against Everton at home. We have made a couple of tweaks to the lineup today. We've got Kamara in goal with a backline of Balestra, Arianbe, Nopodom and Neto because Hoyer is currently suspended and Luis Felipe is in desperate need of a rest. So changes at centre-back. Tarpe comes into the CDM spot with Paniotov in front of him, but either side of Paniotov, Jez Finley and Asper will play today because Alparslan and Daniel Patrick both also need rests. Nice and Pereira, though, are leading the line after their goals they scored to get us into the Champions League final. Hopefully, they're going to be on top form here today. So, as kickoff is upon us here today, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm, letting me know if you think we are going to actually get top 4 football. Hopefully, we're going to see it out because right now, I'm nervy. Everton with a decent shot there to start this game off with the highlights, but I'm very nervy because you've seen our up and down form this season. We've played brilliantly at times, beating Man United 5-0 on an episode. We've played terribly at times, losing 5 or 6-1 to Man City on an episode, and everything in between that. Draws, wins, losses. It's been tumultuous. We've not been as solid as we have been in previous seasons in the Premier League. Obviously, we've won 2 Premier League titles last season and the season before, but this year have not looked like a title-winning team, despite improving our back line, I'd say, significantly, which is a bit concerning. I guess they've taken a bit of time to get used to each other and adapt. I guess other teams have maybe found us out a little bit and have adapted to our tactics a little bit. And to be fair, we are still 3rd as it stands in the Premier League table right now, so it's not like, we've dropped off a cliff completely. We just haven't been at our usual high standard self. But 30 minutes into this game against Everton, we're not winning, and that's a little bit concerning for me. As Arianbe down to Balestra, and Balestra back to Arianbe, forward to Tarpe now as Paniotov picks it up in the centre circle, but we are being forced backwards by this high press from Everton right now. If we can just get a ball through the heart of their defence, a nice through ball, or even Pereira using his 17 pace to get past everyone, which he can't quite, does turn into Asper, who shoots. Paniotov somehow misses an open goal. That's a big chance gone begging for us there. We have made a lot of mistakes at the back, I must say, this season, but we've also made a lot of mistakes going forward. Like the amount of chances we have squandered, particularly in my last 3 episodes, has been ridiculous. So we are our own worst enemy sometimes, I feel, when it comes to winning games because we just don't seem to finish off opportunities very well. Like that Paniotov open goal then, pretty much. How he's not put that even on target, I do not know. But before we get to half-time, there is another chance, hopefully for us, that Asper finds Pereira, and Pereira has got 4 men ahead of him. He finds Paniotov, and this time Paniotov can put that one in the back of the net. Although it's going to VAR, I didn't see an offside there personally. Usually I think I'm pretty spot on. And I was spot on this time. No offside, goal awarded. It's a great pass from Pereira, by the way, to just get that through everyone and be able to know where Paniotov is. That's great work there for the players to be on the same wavelength. Just before half-time, though, I'll pause it. As the results stand right now, what are Tottenham doing? They are not playing? Oh, no, they're losing. They're losing 1-0 to Crystal Palace. This is huge for us, whereas Leicester are winning, Newcastle are winning, Liverpool are drawing. Okay. Well, as it stands right now, things are working out for us quite nicely because we will be 3 points clear of Tottenham if results stay like this. And this would be beautiful. First highlight of this second half, and it is a chance for us to get forward through Nopodom now as he gets the ball out wide to Neto, who's forced to go backwards to Kamara, alleviates some of the pressure he had on him. But as we look to recycle possession and bring it through the centre left of the pitch, out wide left to Balestra now, into Frank Nice, who can deliver a ball into Jez Finley, and Jez Finley can turn to Balestra. 5 bodies in the middle, can't reach any of them. It does fall to Jez Finley, back to Balestra, into Asper, in the bottom corner. 15th of the season for Asper, apparently, according to the box thing down here telling me how many goals he scored. That seems a bit too many, but we'll double check that later on. I don't think he scored that many, but maybe he has done. We have got a week off in between fixtures here, but I do want to just give a bit of a rest to some of our players. We might actually just change the back line around a little bit. We'll bring Luis Felipe on for a little bit. And then let's also get Nice off for Randy Ramheimer as well. So 3 changes with 20 minutes or so to go in this game, mostly in the back line. And it nearly backfired as we nearly conceded from that corner. Luckily, players on form to just about get it clear into the Everton half. A few moments left in this game and Pereira has been put through and scores a wonder goal. Wrexham 3, Everton 0. That gives us the 3 points here today. That gives us a whole lot of confidence. Let's watch this one back again, shall we? As Tarpe into Asper. Asper, goal and an assist now today. And that's what you call a finish. So 3-0, a great result for us there. It should be taking us 3 points clear of Tottenham. It does, as Tottenham ended up losing their game to Palace 1-0 in the end. Fantastic, because they went down to 10 men very early on. Could not get back in that game. We stay 5 points clear of Liverpool, who won their game 2-0. Leicester, how do they get on? They won 4-0. Newcastle won 3-0, so they all win their games. They still stay the same amount of points behind us. But as it stands right now, we're one step closer to Champions League football. And beautifully, we've got a week off, and I think what we'll do is rest Felipe, Pereira, Paniotov and Balestra in that time. So if we can find Balestra, Paniotov, Pereira, Felipe, training, rest, we'll give them 4 days. 4 days of rest to get ready for the Newcastle game. Everyone else should be okay to train through the week. Hoyer could be out for the rest of the season. He's pulled his hamstring in training. Maybe we should have arrested him. 12 days to 14 days. He might be back for the Champions League final. He should be, actually. He should be back for the Champions League final, but I think we'll definitely miss Newcastle. Likely we'll miss the Tottenham game, but should be back for the Champions League final. The question is, though, do you play him in that sort of game? Yes, he's our second best centre-back, but would he be fit enough to play? I don't know. Also, the games in hand have just been played. Tottenham and Newcastle both win their games in hand, which means if we lose to Tottenham, we go behind them. If we lose to Newcastle, we won't go behind them, but if they win their other game, they'd go ahead of us. So, again, these Newcastle and Tottenham games are must win. So, for this game, we bring Daniel Patrick back on the pitch. We bring Yilmaz Turk back on the pitch. We can't bring Hoyer back on the pitch, but we can bring Luis Felipe back on the pitch. So, other than Nopodom, it's a full-strength lineup. Also, I do want to double check actually, Asper, how many goals has he got this season? Sorted by goals, he has actually got 15. That is mightily impressive. But that is the team. That is the team. Let's submit it. Let's go to the game. Let's get what we deserve. Champions League football. So as kickoff is upon us again against Newcastle, the third time in 2 episodes. We overcame them in the Champions League semi-finals. If it means we have to lose them today as a bit of payback, I'd be okay with that. Particularly with 1 game to go against Tottenham, which is winnable. Also, it's quite worth pointing out, I should say, that Tottenham in 4th place right now is absolutely phenomenal. The past couple years, they've been a yo-yo team in the Championship, and then they suddenly have just come out of the nowhere, essentially, and become a top 4 team again, which is pretty impressive considering they literally won the Championship, 2-3 years ago? It's mightily impressive for them, as this first half has absolutely flown by, just as it did in the Champions League semi-final. But there's a highlight straight from kickoff in the second half as Lamptey brings the ball down the right-hand side of the pitch. Can he get a ball into the middle? No, because Luis Felipe, with a great challenge there, comes away with it, finds Frank Nice, and now we have bodies coming forward. Paniotov with tons of people in space as Pereira gets past the keeper, puts it in the back of the net, and that is the goal that gives us the lead against Newcastle. And I think if results stay like this, gives us Champions League football next season confirmed, should we need to play it. Good goal. There is another highlight immediately afterwards, a throw in which we have then won, and now Daniel Tarpe finds Paniotov into Nice. Nice over the top to Daniel Patrick, and can we double our lead seconds after scoring our first? Pereira, you can't. You hate to see it. Is that the end of the highlight? It may well be. Apparently not, though, as Tarpe finds Paniotov, turns into Nice. Nice to Alparsson, through to Pereira. This time Van Voort with a good save. What a superb start, though, to the second half, though. Really solid stuff from us as we are battling for some goals. And yeah, as it stands right now, we would be guaranteed a place in the Champions League next season if results stay as they are right now. And that would be absolutely perfect for us. I'm hoping that's going to be the case, as Neto finds Daniel Patrick through to Pereira. A second goal here would put it beyond all doubt for me. But we're not going to score it like that, sadly. Free kick as Paniotov looks for Daniel Patrick off the crossbar. Agonisingly close there for us in the 67th minute. 20 minutes or so to go in this game now. Just ticking it down. Let's see this one out. Let's drop the tempo a little bit. More direct passing. Time waste just a little bit. Let's see the game out. Get comfortable with it. Have a nice week off until we play against Tottenham as we battle for still second place in the Premier League table. That is still available to us as Man United are drawing right now to Aston Villa. And hopefully they're going to stay drawing. They are. Okay. We've beaten Newcastle. And we've guaranteed ourselves Champions League football next season. That's the absolute minimum that we needed, and we've done it. A whole weight is off my shoulders right now. But now we're fighting for 2nd or 4th place. What's it going to be? Or 3rd, actually. I forgot to say. But now we're fighting for potentially 2nd place, maybe 3rd, possibly even 4th. We take on Tottenham next. Let's see how we do. But again, a lovely week off in between these fixtures right now, and actually might give a chance for Hoy to get back and fit enough to maybe come off the bench, and that might give him the match sharpness that he needs for the Champions League final. Paniotov and Balestra still looking quite tired, so I think we'll rest these guys again. We'll go training, rest for 3 days in between these fixtures just to make sure they are fully fit and ready to go. Also, Man City now properly crowned champions. I thought they were champions before that anyway, but apparently not. They are properly now crowned champions, so congrats Man City on a great turnaround, to be fair, because the past 2-3 seasons, they've been nowhere. Even with Haaland in their team, who has just won like every single individual player accolade possible. Even with him in the team, they were nowhere. At one point, even looked like they might get relegated. They did escape that a little bit, to be fair, but they were not looking great at the start of one season. They have come back and they've won a title, and fair play to them. Remember not long ago when we didn't give Yilmaz Turk a new contract? Well, he's now got Felipe Paniotov and Nice to have a word with me about this. This is the wrong time to do it, right before a Champions League final, lads. Get your priorities right, please. I consider the demands unrealistic, and they all seem satisfied and pleased by that, so we've sorted that one out quite quickly, but that could have been quite nasty. As for the team that's going to be taking on... Hang on, I missed something. When did I... Kamara's injured. When did I miss that? On the 18th? Oh my gosh. Please tell me he's going to be here for the Champions League final. Oh my word. Okay, well, he can't play today. Gallardo, on you come. On you come, lad. You're being given a chance. The rest of the team, we will keep the same. And we'll bring Hoyer on at some point. Oh, gosh. I mean, Kamara is literally the guy that's meant to win as a Champions League. He's the big addition that we made to our team. £100 million we've spent on him. He's the man that's meant to get us that Champions League. And he might not be fit for the final. Oh, I can't... Well, suddenly I can't focus on this game. I cannot focus on this game. All I'm thinking about now is, will Kamara be fit for the Champions League final? Will he be fit? Now, if Gallardo can keep a clean sheet here today, I would feel a lot more confident. A lot more confident about maybe having to play him in the Champions League final. However, I don't think he has kept a clean sheet this season when he has played. Which suggests he's not the man that's going to keep a clean sheet in the Champions League final. Just a little hunch. Just a little hunch that might be the case. Oh, dearie me. It would be awful for us to lose the Champions League final because our keeper is injured. Or Pereira can't score goals. One of the two. Man United, by the way, are 1-0 up against Newcastle. So as it stands right now, there is no chance of us getting second place in the Premier League table. But we'll take third place. A draw with Tottenham would mean third place. And, you know, I think third place, given the season we've had, is not bad going at all. Joe Bursick still in goal for Tottenham, incidentally. A keeper that we tried to sign quite a few times. They never let us have him, even when they were in the Championship, and it shows how good he is because, you know, he's taken them to a top 4 place this season. Half-time, though, it is 0-0, and it's fine by me. It's fine by me, because all I'm bothered about right now, we've got top 4. Man United are winning their game, we can't go ahead of them, so all I'm bothered about right now, in this scenario, is keeping a clean sheet. To give me some confidence that Gallardo might be good enough to play in the final if we need him. Now, Nopperdon's going to come off for Hoyer. Let's give him a run out there. Patrick looking tired. Let's bring Asper on. And Yilmaz Turk tired. Let's bring Jez Finlay on. It's always kind of those two Mazzalas that get so tired, and it explains a lot because they do a lot of running, to be fair. So they do get quite tired quite quickly. But as Paniotov wins the ball defensively, Neto can bring it out from the back. Hoof it up towards Pereira, and Pereira wins the ball ahead of Roberts, gets the ball into the penalty area and decides to shoot and score. Fantastic work from Pereira there, 35th of the season. Not quite as many as the 44 he got last season. There's still time for him to score 10 more goals, but I'm sure he won't score those 10 goals. But still, 35 is a pretty decent return. But Tottenham will not want to lose this game either. They'll want to finish the season on a high and, of course, finish in third place rather than fourth place. I think fourth place might only be a qualifying place for Premier League teams for the Champions League, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I could be lying to you. So they'll want third to guarantee themselves a group stage place for next season, which obviously is quite a big advantage not having to go through qualifying rounds. We do lose possession though, but win it at the back with 25 minutes or so to go with injury time included, I would imagine, as Neto finds the Tottenham midfield, but we are winning it back. It's kind of a bit of tennis around as we just hoof it forward one way, hoof back the other way, and we keep winning it from each other. This time though, Pereira has been put through and makes it 2. Beautiful. You never know, maybe he's going to go on to score another 10 goals this season in the remaining 90 minutes plus 20 minutes, 110 minutes of football that we maybe have this season. Although we could go to extra time in the Champions League too, but that would imply him having to score a whole bunch of goals in extra time, which might not happen. So I don't think he will score 10 more goals. But again, let's just slow the game down a little bit, shall we? And just time waste a little bit. 15 minutes to go. We want our players to be as fit and rested as possible for the Champions League final coming up in tomorrow's episode, as Frank Nice makes it through. 31 for the season for him now. Done and dusted. And also a great bit of form right before that Champions League final. Back-to-back 3-0 wins would be absolutely incredible. Or a fourth. A fourth would be even better. And crucially, a clean sheet for Gallardo, by the way. Unless something... I did think they were going to run into each other and the ball was going to go in the back of the net then. I spoke too soon. I'm not really sure what's happened at the back there. At all. I can't work it out. I mean, I'd like to see the bit before then when Gallardo and Neto sort of mess it up between themselves, but it's not a clean sheet for Gallardo. I spoke too soon. I'm now panicking about him being in charge for the Champions League final. At least we beat Tottenham. At least we beat Tottenham and scored 3 goals in the process as well. We confirm a 3rd place finish in the Premier League. We confirm Champions League football for next season. We confirm that the cameras run out of battery again all of a sudden. That's not ideal for us at all, but you know, the episode's finished now. All that's left to say is that we are back tomorrow for the Champions League final. Oh, what a game. So remember, we are doing tomorrow's episode as a premiere, which means everyone can watch it at the same time with a live chat at 8 PM tomorrow when it comes out UK time. So it should be uploaded and you should be able to set a reminder by now as well, which is exciting. So go set the reminder for that one. And hopefully I will see you all tomorrow for a Champions League final. Win or lose, it's going to be a very special episode. So until then, have a lovely evening. Speak to you soon. Goodbye.